Hello Cancer, it's Lisa, and here is your July 28th to August 3rd, 2024 general reading. This is just a general reading. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, all my contact information is in the description box below this video. Okay, Cancer, so let's see what's in store for you this week. So the overall message for you, Cancer, is the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is putting your head down, doing the work you need to do, learning things, gathering information. For some people, it can be taking courses. For other people, it's kind of like putting together a project, just gathering the paperwork, writing everything that you need to write, just doing the work you need to do. They're saying what you put in, you will get out. It will be successful, but you have to do the work to get there, and you have to gather the information you need to get to the success, right? But it is kind of gathering the information, doing the research, doing the work, and then it will come together. The challenge that you have this week is balance, balancing yourself out, moving forward with balance, because I think especially most of the Cancers I know they hyper focus on things, so they want to get it all done today, right? So, and it's kind of like, you can't do that. You got to learn balance, right? One step at a time, one moment at a time, move forward with balance. So I think what happens is once you start to focus on this stuff and you start to gather the information, it's hard not to kind of go all in. And they're just like, just go forward with balance. So you can kind of, make sure you have it all exactly the way you want it, that you're gathering the right information, you're taking each step at a time, you're not missing opportunity, all of that kind of stuff. But it's just a challenge for you. And some of you might be like, I don't feel like moving forward at all this week, right? With all the planets that are in retrograde, there's some people, even in all the signs, certain Cancers will be like gung-ho to move forward and get things done and hyper-focus. And other Cancers will be like, nope, don't feel like doing it. Can't even push it, right? So they're just saying what you have to do is just get going one way or another. So what do you need to focus on this week to move forward, Cancer? It is taking a step back and getting a new perspective. Very interesting. So this is all about, sometimes we're so immersed in something that we're not seeing all the facts. We're not seeing, what we're doing in the situation, what we're not doing in a situation. And, sometimes it's holding a mirror up to our face and saying, oh, yeah, I see what I'm doing. It's not this situation or that, it's me, right? Or it can be a situation. So it's taking this step back and having a hard look so then you can gather the information. I always look at this card as being like a battle, like think of it as like Culloden or something like that, where there's this epic battle, and then it's finished and you're alive and you're kind of looking around and going, so when the battle's going on, you're just like battling. And then you take a step back and you're like, oh God, that person's alive, that one, not so good. That's the situation here. Oh, I didn't do that. Right. So you get this perspective that was, only a few minutes ago was chaos. And then you step back and you get this new perspective, which then allows you to gather all the things you need, all the ammunition, all the lessons, and then you can move forward and do this, right? So let's see some clarity on this. So putting the work in, they're telling you to listen to your gut, not your head, where fear and doubt is, and that will talk you out of everything. You need to listen to your gut. And even what other people are telling you, because other people will be like, no, don't do that. That'll never happen or whatever. You just need to listen to, if your gut's pulled to do something, you need to listen to your gut, right? And do that. I mean, I think about when this card comes up, I often think about when I wrote my first book and I really wanted to get a publisher. And I can't tell you how many people told me it is impossible to get a publisher. Even people that were published were like, no, you'll never get a publisher. It's impossible. If I listened to them, I would have just self-published, which probably would have been fine. But I didn't listen and I got a publisher, right? I was like, you know what? My gut's telling me to try it. So I'm going to, get all the information for self-publishing, and I will, reach out to publishers, and what's supposed to happen will happen. but my gut was pulling me to do that, right? And when I listened, I got a publisher. So this is kind of the same thing. If you listen to everybody else, they'll be like, oh no, that'll never happen. That's just their fears, their insecurities, their jealousies trying to stop you from moving forward. Listen to your gut. And then they're also talking to you about balancing yourself. You need to break some bad habits and bring in some good habits and balance yourself forward. It's weird when I'm doing this reading because I have a feeling that it's in several areas of your life. This message can resonate in your health. This message can resonate in your career and relationships. Like it's kind of hits everyone, and it wants you to kind of do this in every area of your life. So the challenge is balancing yourself, because you have a tendency to hyper focus and move forward. They're like, just focus on what you can control, your actions and your attitude, and let go of everything else. You can't make other people do things. You can't focus on things that you can't control. Just focus on the things that you can do and you can control. Your actions and your attitude will help you move forward with balance. And then you have to stop limiting your thinking and settling, where you're just kind of like, no, you know what, I'm just going to settle for this, or I'm just going to, give up on that. I'm just going to limit my life, where it's like, you could have more. You need to, feel better, do more, be more. And again, every area of your life, you need to stop settling and stop limiting your life. Because then that makes you just not balanced, because you just are like, why bother being balanced? And then, so what do you need to focus on? Taking the step back and getting a big picture. And this could even go into like the next couple of weeks, where it's like, if you are working on something, it's like, take a step back, get the big picture, and then you'll be able to, really dive into it, whatever this is. Then you're able to move forward towards the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, happiness, fulfillment, and joy, as well as abundance. And then the Eight of Wands is things move forward fast. Things start to happen, move forward fast. And for some people out there, it may even be travel. So you might take a step back, do some traveling, and then go forward. It can be like a weekend away, taking a break. But this usually is like leaving your location and going to another location, like arrows shooting over. That gives you a new perspective, right? Because sometimes taking a step away from something gives you that perspective, that break. So then you can get that new perspective to then come back and finish whatever it is that you're working on. So very, very interesting. Thank you so much, Cancer, for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you could like and share my videos, that really helps. If you enjoyed my video, if you could subscribe, that would be amazing. It really helps grow my channel. Have a fabulous week, Cancer, and I will talk to you soon.